Something about today just doesn't feel right. But I just can't tell what it is. Wait. What day is it today? Monday. I fucking hate Mondays!
I hate Monday, 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 I hate.
Good Monday mornings. I hate Monday. Javier Fresco in the building with Fredo Avila.
What up?
Miss Lily and LQ back in the building.
What's up, everybody?
What's up with y'all this Monday morning?
Chilling.
Did y'all have y'all coffee this morning?
I don't like coffee.
Why not? I thought all white people like coffee.
I'm not white, motherfucker.
Oh. So we're going to jump right into it then.
I'm
we're done.
Spanish.
That's right.
That damn right.
Me too, bro. I'm going to tell you about that later. I don't know.
My great granddaddy
Tell us about your great granddad.
came from Spain.
End of story.
End of story.
Bet.
And then Trump separated the family, and there we go.
Wow.
Built a wall.
Here I am.
Well, we're going to talk about Trump a little bit later on, but right now we're going to start off with these sports topics. These fools is tripping.
Yeah, for real.
Dallas Cowboys, Stephen Jones made a comment earlier last week about Dez Bryant, Jason Witten being in Dak Prescott's ear. Reason why he wasn't able to be a great quarterback.
For the last season.
If that's the reason, then we have a bigger problem than just Dak Prescott not being able to grow in that one season. You know,
I don't really think Dak had a bad season last year, but
they went away from the
wasn't as
game plan. The game plan that was successful for his first season was feeding it to Ezekiel Elliott, which had a shitty offseason, first off.
Yeah.
He ended up looking like Tolbert.
yeah, he was
coming
pregnant
back.
when he came back.
Because I
last
thought I
year.
was running on the
Right.
field when I saw him. I was like, Jesus.
Had that break.
And
But then he missed a lot of games last season as well with
Yeah.
the suspension.
The legal stuff.
So it was just a bunch
such
of bullshit. But
circus.
Dez Bryant has taken to the internet, to Twitter, and he's let everybody know how he feels about the comment that Stephen Jones made. What you guys think about in the timing of him trying to sign a new contract? Do you think it's a smart move on his behalf?
No, it's not, because he's defending himself. Like, somebody is talking, like, especially a team that says they're trying to move on and says that they love the guy that love the time that he was with them. Why would you
They
do
keep
that?
throwing
And
shade, though,
And
right?
at the same time, like, people, I hate how, like, if you're looking at different headlines for articles, like, they're like saying, "Oh, Dez is going off on Cowboys." They're trying to paint Dez as
That's what
like
they're trying to do.
this
too.
troublemaker who just
And that's why
can't
they
leave it
kicked him
alone.
off.
It's ridiculous. Like, this guy gave his heart and soul to this team, and yeah, his quarterback ended up leaving a couple seasons ago, and then now transitioning to Dak Prescott. Yes, this is Dak's team now, but
It's always
Yeah.
the quarterback's team. Though. It ain't never been Dez
Yeah.
Bryant's team.
Yeah.
And that's what I think the biggest issue is with him. He feel like that was his team, but it ain't his team. It's Jerry
Yeah.
Jones' team. You feel me?
Yeah. I think just the biggest problem overall is that there's not really much you can do to make yourself look worse leaving the Cowboys, just because since it's America's team, anytime you leave and you're leaving
your
quote unquote America's team, it's always gonna be your fault.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what happens.
agree,
And
yeah.
it's like, even a lot of Jerry Jones twice has won like the least trustworthy owner. Not in sports,
I
but
can
like
see
in
that.
business. In 2003,
Right.
he won solely just for business. And the
I
NFL,
wouldn't say one.
yeah, but I mean, and when he got the award, but
Okay.
yeah.
like, as far as like least trustworthy owners and GMs, he's always in like the bottom five.
Now, what do you think about like Stephen Jones when he takes over? Whenever Jerry passes the torch, do you think things will be different? Or
I really don't think
he's
so.
just as bad.
Because a lot of times within a company, you build a culture. And whenever you build it, a lot of people don't want to change it unless it's toxic. And even in their worst seasons, their ratings went up, and that's all Jerry cares about. And that's all his son will care about. And
Filling seats and
yeah,
getting
I
numbers.
mean, like, just think about when they hosted the Super Bowl here. Like, they did a really crappy job of, one, overselling tickets, but even when they had to get the replacement seats, they got them like some 8th grade bleachers and wanted them to sit in the backside of the opening where it was raining.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all they want to do for them. It's like, if all you care about is money, that's all you'll continue to care about. And it's like,
Sad.
it's a bad culture to build around. But I don't know why the NFL hasn't like lightened up to it and realized that even the players that leave aren't really that bad of people.
I think Jerry Jones just had such a big influence over the league.
He got too much pull.
Yeah, it's
He
like
got too much money. Too much
he's
pull.
almost like the type of guy that I feel like the NFL really wants to be, to have ownership in that league, if it makes sense.
That's
because
true.
he's with. Just talk about how he just came out and just said nobody can take a knee.
Right.
On his team, they know where he
Right.
stands. Like that's the type
Or
of
stay in the locker room.
Peaceful protest, in other words.
And how is the NFL Players Association, their union, allowing this to happen?
Well, right now they're still
They're trying to fight it,
negotiating.
yeah.
They're still negotiating the stipulations on addressing what should and should not happen in that particular moment of the game.
Right.
And he came out while they're negotiating.
So he don't care.
He don't care. This
He's
is where
still
we
gonna come
stand.
out.
They know where I stand. I want to know what his face is gonna look like though if everybody just don't come out, or everybody come out and take a knee.
Yeah.
But your boy, Dak Prescott, come out, and what did Dak Prescott say about that?
Oh yeah, it said that it wasn't the time or the place, and that the football field basically is the one area where he got peace.
It's like a sanctuary.
Yeah, and he said whenever anything else comes into it, that's what ruins it. Actually, I'm gonna make sure I read this right. It says I'd never protest during the anthem, and I don't think that's the time or the venue to do so. So I'm already just upset about venue. The game of football has always brought me such a peace. When you bring such a controversy to the stadium, to the field, and to the game, it takes away.
That's the wrong attitude to have. Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
It doesn't hurt anybody though.
It don't
Yeah.
hurt nobody. And I was listening to some talk radio, man. It's crazy though, because Cap did this 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He took this knee, and this is still an ongoing issue, and it's not even addressing the real issue that.
He was kneeling for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Because that's my big problem with it, was because he came out and said, I feel like this flag doesn't represent me, which is true, because even today, yesterday I sent a video into our group chat with the guy getting tased in front of a whole bunch of cops in broad daylight for no reason.
And that's still an ongoing issue that's going on, even though that these guys have taken this stand on this platform. We have not seen the police stop doing what they're protesting about.
And my problem, what I was getting to, my problem was a lot of people, they're protesting the anthem. Like nobody's protesting the
They're
anthem.
They're not
Or the
protesting the
flag.
anthem or the flag.
Or vets.
They need to get out of
It
their
was never
feelings
about
with that
that.
shit.
What I
It
don't
was
even
never
get
about
is
that.
You that you can watch the game on your TV. I don't see you standing for the national anthem. You don't.
Exactly.
No, you don't.
Right.
You don't.
Even at stadiums, people
You
are
don't
going
even-
to go get
yeah.
drinks.
Exactly.
People are
Yeah.
going to go get their food. They're going to the restroom. They use it as a bathroom
And
break. Let's be
even when
honest.
Kaepernick started this whole kneeling, his whole protest, whenever he was trying to figure out how he can do it respectfully, it was a veteran
Yep, that
that
he
suggested that he take a knee
Instead
to
of
show a
sitting
sign of
down.
respect
Right.
that still gets your point across. But nobody remembers that.
Yeah.
They don't even bring him up
Now it's
anymore.
offensive.
They don't even bring
interviewed
him
this
up
guy.
anymore.
There's
Yeah.
video on this guy saying exactly what I'm saying, that I talked to Kaepernick, that I told him that this would probably be the best kind of course of action for him to take that
Right.
won't
Because
be
kneeling is a
controversial.
sign of respect.
Exactly. Anybody that's played sports, anytime one of your guys will go down with an injury, what did the coach
Everybody
say?
takes a knee.
Take
Yeah,
a knee.
on either
Take
team.
a knee.
Every sport.
Exactly.
Everybody, out of respect for the injured player. Anything like that. That's what we were taught as kids.
Exactly.
And that's what, would still do. If we were like coaching little leagues or anything, we'll show those kids that in the end, you have to have certain respect levels for your opponent.
Right.
And that's exactly what was going on. And the entire this protest started because of police brutality. Going back to your culture thing, culture is built in a company like the Dallas Cowboys. Culture is built within the police force.
Right.
There's just too much of a culture that has.
I mean, from the history of it,
Right.
that we haven't been, it's like, I don't think people realize since the beginning of the police, it's been an issue for black people before we were even considered to be citizens in this country. We had to deal with police brutality. It's been going on. My mom was a child when you see videos and footage of dogs being sicked on people, or people being sprayed by water hoses and stuff like that. My mom was a kid when this was going on. So we are not so far removed from that time, as well as slavery. So when you have those type of building blocks, what can you do? My thing is, though, forget all of the past. Do you think that there's a solution, or would there be a solution in the NFL that the masses can come to an agreement with?
I think the solution would be for these players that are taking knee, that are protesting, to also do things within their community, because once those players, they have a lot of money. Money is power.
Straight up.
That's a lot of pull that they have. If these players were all to unite, they can match the toppest of the dollar. Like they make a lot of money, and if other players from different sports were to unite with these guys, because everybody can see what they're trying to do is a good thing, but nobody agrees to how they're going about it.
Right.
So what do we do as a community? And it starts from the bottom. You gotta help the poorest of the poor that can't defend themselves. Get them the legal representation. Build organizations like support like the organizations like the NAACP, and you know, that just are going to support things like that.
I think though at this point, I mean, from what we're talking about, from an athlete standpoint, you're talking about a lot of money that they have, and I think right now, if you look at it, they're making so many different rules to kind of help take away or fine them for them taking a stand, which impacts them financially. So it kind of makes you, when
but
you look
it
at,
also tries to shut them up too.
yeah, exactly,
like
because they got to live week to week just like we do. You know, they get paid and they have their expenses, and when you start taking money out, even though they might make a lot, you never know what these people's lifestyles are.
But I think people forget that they are still doing stuff in the community. People want them to do so much, and it's like we are giving to our community. We are hosting events to make sure people are donating or doing whatever. But people want to hear or see what they want to see. You're only going to latch on to the fact that they're kneeling. You're not latching on that this person gave half of his, whatever he made the last
Jake
season.
Long
People don't care about
at
that.
the end of the season.
Right.
And I think, honestly, there's 3 solutions, but I don't think anybody in the league is probably going to go for either one of them.
Let's hear 'em.
One, which I think is like the easiest compromise for the owners, players, and fans, is that if they give up protesting during the national anthem, that every owner twice a year has to donate at least 10 to 20% of their earnings through for the revenue for the entire organization to whatever organizations that the players choice. And if they can do that twice a year, like let's say they do it before the deadline and then after the deadline, or like right before playoffs, something like that. That would be one, because then they don't have to worry about the protest. The awareness has already been brought up and it's been existing for 2 years. But now there's actually steps taken to cause a solution.
Yeah,
And you're not just trying to shut them up.
Exactly.
10% is a lot of money, though.
All right.
Huh?
10%'s a lot.
Exactly. And you can change the whole world with 10%.
Right.
Or
10%
5%.
is-
I mean, even if it's 5.
1% will probably be good.
Yeah.
Two.
But I'm saying like this, just think of these players get pennies on the dollars compared to the GMs, who get penny on the dollars compared to the owners. And their revenues are extensive and insane. So it's like, if you're not doing anything with it outside of giving yourself bonuses, and it doesn't necessarily go to the cap space all the time because they have a limit. It's not like in baseball where the Yankees make $340 million from their station and then they use it to go sign the biggest free agent. Since they have a cap, it just goes back into the team. Well, 5 to 10% of that goes into the organization that they care about. That's a big change. And then the second one is the one thing that I always complain about with people that want to sit here and argue with me about it is, if you don't want politics in football, take it out.
Straight up.
Like, I've never done the pledge before I clock into work. It's kind of weird that they have to. That's not a fair demand at all. Like, if everyone in this world had to say the pledge before they went to work, 1, you're probably in a fascist society. 2, a lot of people would quit their jobs because they say, well, I'm just here to work.
Straight up.
I don't want to do all that. I'm just in and clock out. And then it's also against people's religious beliefs, like Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, they don't even get
And
it.
it's like they don't even celebrate birthdays. So you mean to tell them they're gonna celebrate something that's even less significant than their birth?
Right.
Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Straight up.
You want to pledge allegiance to the country. They're already showing their pledge to that country by paying taxes.
Is it?
So
But now you're forcing them to show it on a field.
yeah,
Exactly.
But we all know, like we talked about this a couple episodes ago, that it was never a thing anyway. The NFL never had to do it until
They
early
didn't.
2000s.
Yeah,
Like,
Right.
they were not coming out to the field to do all of that.
exactly.
So
Real
they
quick.
were
You
still
think they
warming
should
up.
go
You
back
have
to that?
you got a third point?
Oh, the third one is just me being a dick. Just Like, let them protest and shut the hell up and make your money.
Straight
But
up.
we all know that's not gonna happen.
Well, yeah, we know that's not.
They in too many people's pockets.
It's just the main problem is just it's the fans have a problem with it, and
Some fans.
Who gives a fuck about what the fans have a problem
They
with?
pay
The Dallas
Do
like
they
I said,
really?
like I
That's
said with
not where
hosting
all
the
they
Super
money
Bowl.
comes
I put it like this.
The Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones has proven, as long as people show up or as long as people give him money, he doesn't give a shit about what they think. When he signed Greg Hardy, they took they took so many polls on like how they felt about the signing. Like even Fox 4 News did one. 76% of the people that watched the Cowboys faithfully said they didn't want the Cowboys to sign Greg Hardy. And then Jerry Jones went out and was like, he's a great leader. He can lead your head into a damn wall. Like he's been beating his wife this whole time. Like, we don't want these type of people around.
And that's the crazy part.
But people are paid. They'll still keep their season tickets. They'll still buy the jerseys. They won't buy his. But like consumers aren't even.
But some people just won't show up to the game though.
Right.
I think that's their fear.
But somebody else
look at this.
Because
Let's look at it.
one player. This is 32 teams we're talking.
Let's look at it like this though. People talk about protesting the NFL, right? And you have a argument that people might not come if they see that people are protesting, right?
Well, that's their fear. That's everybody's.
Well, the thing is, why don't they fear that enough people will protest and not come to the game just because of they won't allow them to protest? You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think on either side there's enough people to sway this movement either way. I don't think there's enough people to say, hey man, fuck the NFL this year. I'm not going to watch no game.
But I think the head people are leaning more towards we don't want protests.
But it's a biased decision.
It's very biased. It's super biased.
And once you realize that though, what do you do in order to correct the issue, or do you just say fuck it and just move on? Because it's on both sides. There's not enough people to say, hey man, I don't want them protesting. I'm not going to go to no games this year because they protested. It's not enough people to say, well, they won't allow them to protest, so I'm not going to watch the NFL. Because if you look at it, the outcome's the same. Somebody going to not watch on this side, somebody going to not watch on this side.
The thing is, the owners need to understand though is that they're not. It's a right to work thing with the NFL and their players.
It's true.
It's a union. Yeah. So there's a collective bargaining.
Straight up.
And they can say, okay, if the players want to strike, let them. We can. I like to see them try to fill those scenes with half-assed players that can't do the job.
Niggas like me.
Yeah, I would try it out. No, but in all seriousness, the unions. This is where the unions need the NFLPA needs to come in and be serious about the situation and actually put their feet down on this. Like
this is when
they need to dig their heels in and say fuck you.
This is when you're supposed to see shit like that happen. And that's why I don't
Excuse my language.
I don't take everybody's concern in the NFL serious, because if they were really serious about it, bro, wouldn't nobody make no moves. Like I wouldn't be in training camp. I wouldn't be doing none of this shit. And they'd be like, damn, where are our players at? If people were really serious about this shit, because a lot of people speaking up about it and they want to take knees or they want to stay in the locker room, but do the shit that count. You know what I'm saying? Because it's more of an issue now, more so than, okay, we don't want you to protest. Now we're going to take your money from you. And now we don't give a fuck about what you think about it. We don't care if you want to protest about it, because we're not going to allow it.
Right. The last thing I'll say about this is I think majority of people who don't like the protest, they just don't like the reason that they're protesting. If the protest was about veterans, now veterans are treated like shit in this country, which they are. I don't want to talk about that. Oh my goodness. Veterans, yes.
Yeah.
Keep kneeling, but it's because he's talking about
black kids being killed in the streets by cops.
And the thing is, I'm one. I don't even think like that. I hate when I don't like when people like bring everything to race. But this one is about race.
Yes,
it's truly just about race. Because if it had anything to do with, I think they need to lower taxes. Oh my goodness, yes.
Exactly. Everybody will be on board, and that's the crazy thing. Like the lockout's going to happen in the next 5 years. Like I'm predicting it now. There will be an NFL lockout in the next 5 years. It's going to be started by Le'Veon Bell not getting paid enough, and it's going to be started by Kirk Cousins getting all that money guaranteed. And then people will find, I think a lot of people are playing until the last years of their contracts. Then they're going to go to the NFLPA and be like, we're not going in next year. Mm-hmm. It's not going to have anything to do with the protest at all, which is what really disappoints me. But there's enough people that care, but not enough people that care about the other people that care to be like, I'll take that walk with you.
Straight up.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, like I said, the union needs to step up and actually do something that the players expect them to do.
Oh, yeah.
And on the flip side, the people that are doing stuff within the community, like the NFL players, need more support from their fellow players.
Yep. Straight up.
Black, white, Hispanic,
Right.
You know?
It's a team effort.
Because at the end of the day, this is all about innocent people getting killed for senseless reasons.
For bullshit. R. Kelly looking at
LeBron James looking at us. Look at that. He looks like him.
Well, you just saying that because I got a Cavaliers hat on.
Nah, man.
Don't talk about R. Kelly, bro.
Nobody's going
Get
to
back,
that team
man.
anytime soon.
All right.
I don't see why people like this song.
Oh, that song is fire.
I don't see how anybody can enjoy 19 minutes of patting yourself on the back.
Did you listen to all the In the Closets though? I mean,
I couldn't listen to all of them either. I listened to probably
I
about
did.
5 minutes of this R. Kelly song.
It's
But I mean,
the
at
same
least
thing.
I put it like this. At least there was a narrative there that wasn't personal.
Baby.
Like you
That
tried
ain't
to
in the closet, nigga.
I know
That
it's
is
not.
trapped in the closet. Oh, okay.
I know it's not.
not trapped in the closet.
He was trapped in the house at that point, but
It was a setup for trapped in the
I
closet.
think so.
Yeah, it was. It was.
It was.
But like I think it's totally different from Trapped in the Closet because at least Trapped in the Closet had a storyline that was tangible.
There's like 12 of those.
It is.
I think I could appreciate if you would
I
have
stopped
truncated
looking at
this
it after
song
the
down to
second
12
one.
different like pieces because 19 minutes of
midget.
listening to one song.
Yeah.
If you're driving though, it's worth it. Like,
I'm not finna listen to no
Yeah.
one damn
R.
song.
Kelly's
Drive.
that
it was worth it.
R. Kelly fire, bro.
The
It's
entire
aggravating.
song is about him just denying it and kind
Yeah,
of just
it's
pushing
him-
it and
He
blaming
didn't
it on
really
everybody.
deny it. He just basically said,
just
"My lawyer says I
blaming-
can't say this."
It's
Blaming
basically
everybody
saying-
but himself.
It's basically like his opening statement if he was a defense attorney. Like it's like, well, my client has been traumatized throughout his childhood. He can't really read. He's done great things for this country. He's such a nice guy. There's other things wrong with him,
He can
but
barely
not
write.
diddling kids. Like
Hey.
not pissing
Somebody-
on 15-year-olds.
Somebody told me, yeah, he getting so much flack just because of the fact that everybody feel like he pissed on a teenager.
feel like it.
He did.
The dude said,
It was not
"I
him.
was set up." You set up the camera, like it was.
It
it's
wasn't him.
clearly him in the video.
The lighting was
Did you
bad,
see
but
it?
that was you.
Why do I don't want to watch that
No,
video.
Why
you don't
not?
have to watch the inappropriate parts. There's like it's a long ass video. There's a girl that's over 18 in it too, but it's definitely him. Like there's
It's him
no
all day, bro.
Yeah,
Did
it's him all
his
day.
brother take the fall for it?
Somebody
his-
did.
somebody-
I think
one
his
of his
brother
brothers-
did.
his
His
brother
brother
did.
don't even look like him that much.
But it was
Yeah.
R. Kelly, bro.
Yeah,
all
it was
day.
absolutely R. Kelly.
I'm
And I'm just
sorry.
like, this it's disturbing that, like, one thing that I think I don't like, not only just about the song, but just about the reaction towards R. Kelly. I really don't like how people will say, well, you got to separate the artist from the music. And it's like, I can do that if they were like, oh, I did a dine and dash. Or like, I used to sell drugs in high school.
That's how I
You're
feel
into
about.
pedophilia.
Yeah.
You need help. That's different.
But so all these women he got locked up now, are they teenage women or are they grown women?
They're barely grown, but they're grown.
But they grown.
Yeah, they're like 18.
They're grown
19.
enough.
They're, like, to be honest, I really,
To be in his house,
For
right?
R. Kelly, they're grown enough.
I'll be real. I don't care about them unless they're there against their will.
Right.
Like if they're there by choice, then that's fine. But he still has to pay for the stuff. Like there's video of him out at a middle school, dude, just chilling at a middle school, waiting for kids to get out.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious,
No.
and I'm just like, this is beyond weird. Like, and then even when the one interview he did when he was asked about it, and he was like, well, what is underage? And it's like, if you ever have to ask this question, like that's the equivalent of
Not a high school, a middle school.
that's the equivalent of the crack is whack, crack is cheap, and it's just
Ooh,
like
shit.
so you are guilty. Like that's the only way you can look at it.
Define underage for me real quick.
And in the song, bro, in the song,
That's
he does,
crazy.
what's the definition of a cult? Look it up. And I was just like, we know what it is. You have one. Like, we want to know if you know what it is, but you probably don't because your ass can't read. Like, it just.
R. Kelly.
Y'all
I don't.
missed it.
So y'all stop listening to R. Kelly music?
I haven't listened to R. Kelly in years.
You don't listen to R. Kelly.
When I
You
was-
better not say you don't listen to R. Kelly.
I don't listen to it when it's on. It's not like I'm not finna buy his albums.
No, I'm just saying.
I stopped listening to
You
R.
can tell
Kelly
her-
when I realized that I was at the age of his target demographic.
That's sad.
That's funny.
Because I listened to all his projects since then, and I've enjoyed them all. I'm just saying.
I just can't. I can't be into it. I can't support somebody that really needs to, one, be reprimanded, and two, needs help.
So how you feel about Hugh Hefner? He was doing the same shit. Granted, he ain't pee on a teenage
Not even
girl.
remotely
So
close.
that you know of.
That's what I'm saying.
They were
like,
there.
we
Yeah.
don't know
I
about
want
it.
to say they
On
were
their own
all
will.
over age. They
They
were
were there
all
on their-
employed by him.
Yeah.
He even had contracts speaking on like the regulations of what would go on.
So
Between
just because
them.
he had it in black and white, they made it right, and R. Kelly ain't got his paperwork together, so he wrong.
And they're over
Okay,
18. They were all
so
they were all over 21. They were
Yeah.
actually all over 21. He
And,
wouldn't miss.
and he gave them careers.
Yeah.
A lot of them girls
How you
left.
know R. Kelly ain't giving these girls careers?
Look what he did for Aaliyah.
Hey, I haven't seen anybody that in his house on Disney yet.
Bruh,
But that was great.
You want to say
Hey.
that?
Yeah,
Look-
I'm about to say
mention her
that's a
name
part of
like
his pedophilia too, because even to
yeah.
I
and then
remember
like
this.
even to lie like
She
when
was
they
too
lied on
young.
the marriage certificate. Bro,
Lifetime.
the first thing he produced for her was age ain't nothing but a number. You know this dude is guilty. Like there's nothing outside. Like there's nothing in his favor.
This reminds me of this joke I saw on Comedy View.
Oh boy.
This
Oh,
girl was
I'm
like,
ready.
R. Kelly dating this 15-year-old girl. He come home like, where my food at?
Mm-hmm.
She say, I'm gonna told you I fix your food when I get through watching Power Rangers. Bruh. They used to be on this
Anytime
shit bad
somebody
back in the
pees
day.
There was
He's on
one
the
I saw that
couch.
was like his dream girl come in the bedroom with full lingerie, like with full Victoria's Secret lingerie and light up Skechers.
Oh,
Like,
Oh
bruh.
my god.
It's trash.
Anytime somebody pees
Yeah,
on
y'all
themselves,
trash right
pees
now.
on the couch, pees on anything, just say, "Oh man, they did an R. Kelly."
Right, exactly.
You are killing your
And
couch.
R. Kelly, it's nasty.
Y'all are
Yeah.
trash.
What kind of man? The girls that he liked still wear barrettes.
Damn, cuz.
Damn.
This make me not want to have a daughter. Because this niggas like R.
Nah,
Kelly.
it just makes me not want to have an R. Kelly in this world. But I mean, like, I still don't understand.
There's tons.
I still don't
They just
understand
ain't famous.
I still don't understand defending somebody like him, or even I'll throw this in Chris Brown when it's like, how have we not abandoned these people yet for not
Just
take-
find that
not
dude.
for not
That's
changing.
right.
Wait, did you use Chris Brown as an example?
Not
Yeah,
respecting
not
women.
for pedophilia, but I'm talking about like
Or
artists
beating
that are
women?
still heavily supported.
After
And they doing all
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
bullshit.
and they
What did
like
Chris Brown do?
What? Beat the shit out of Rihanna.
She was beating this man.
Allegedly.
Doesn't
So
matter.
she
Allegedly,
asked-
she was.
But I'm talking like
asked
Alex.
So you supposed to hit her back?
Matter.
He
No.
was driving. That he could have died.
I'm just saying
So
like
you supposed to beat her
over.
ass, huh?
So
Sorry.
No,
So wait.
Sorry.
All I gotta
I
say
wasn't
is,
just going with that.
Hey,
situation.
I'ma say
There's
this.
others.
I can't go
Like,
that
I'ma
far.
say
Go that
this.
far
This,
then.
here's the thing.
My mama always
look
told
at
me.
the picture
Keep
of
hands
him
still.
afterwards and
Hell
look at the
no.
picture of
My mama
Rihanna.
never tell
Who
you
got
that.
their ass beat?
Yeah. But I mean, like,
Listen.
it's situations outside of that I'm talking about. Not just that.
My mama
But I'm
always
saying
told
where,
me
like,
somebody hit me, hit them back. So I
That-
feel what you're saying.
I don't-
But
Bro,
there's
I-
a difference between I hit her and restrained her from hitting me, and I beat the shit out of her.
She
There's
probably
a
beating the sleeves
total-
off his ass though, but we don't
There's a
know.
I was gonna say
total
that
She might have been there
difference.
hitting
I
with them
think-
kidney shots and
I would say that.
everything.
The one reason why I
There's
do.
a
And,
difference. Sorry.
and she was like trying to like steer him off the
Yeah.
road, bro. I'm gonna beat the shit out.
Pull
I don't care.
over.
Don't say
But
that on camera.
how?
But it's
Pull
How?
over.
Well, okay, but
How
why-
else do you
but-
pull
but
over?
why does nobody else think about? Oh, maybe Rihanna almost killed Chris Brown. Nobody ever talks about
And
that.
maybe she
Yeah,
might
Brown
have, but
did.
pull over and deal with the altercation instead of continuing to drive. And
So
I'm
you
gonna
saying he
beat
should
her
just
and
pull
she's
over and
gonna
choke the
beat
shit
me.
out of her?
He ended up doing that anyway.
What's the difference if he driving and beat her ass or pull over and
Well,
choke the
his
shit out?
statement is the reason why he's beating her is because he was driving. Pull over.
And beat her.
But
Why?
she was like trying to grab the weed. She
Yeah,
couldn't really
I do
drive.
remember.
I don't
But
understand that.
I use the same
Stop driving. Pedal.
What
There's a
about
pedal.
the other situations?
That has nothing to do with your hands. There's
Go
a
ahead.
pedal.
There was like
Stop.
a bunch, like
You gotta
Croce was
control
talking
the
about like
wheel.
getting death
Stop.
threats from Chris Brown if she left and stuff like that, and being physically abused by him as well.
Who?
Carucci.
Gucci. I ain't
Yeah.
about to
There's a lot of shit going on.
I've heard
with
of
Chris
that
Brown.
too. So
I ain't about
But
to
yeah,
go
like
back.
I
trashed,
went.
Stop.
Yeah,
Even
I'm
the
about to say,
girl
I
with the
went-
diamonds.
Yeah, and then like start like
One
not
time they
saying
asked
either
him
one's
about one
wrong.
of his
Now, when
situations,
you said
and
the
he
girl with the
trashed the Good
diamonds?
Morning America. What do you call it? Dressing room after he did his performance. Like this is after a little bit when he was trying to regain his career after the Rihanna
he's still on,
situation.
like probation.
Yeah.
And yeah, he just like apparently whatever question they asked him flipped him out. Like
No, because he said he didn't want questions about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before, and it was about the Rihanna thing.
yeah.
yeah,
And they asked him, and they asked him again.
yeah.
But
They
you
kept
gotta
badgering
know.
him.
You
Yeah.
gotta know they bring you on platforms like this. They finna ask you.
They
about
can
this
ask
shit.
him.
Yeah, they get
We
paid
wanna
for
know.
it.
But
But
my-
they brought, but he was there for his album. So
Yeah,
like, he got
I'm about to
mad
say, I
about
didn't-
that.
I would be upset if I am here for a purpose and you just want to segue into
especially if I said I
personal
didn't want to talk about it.
Most definitely, Chris Brown has anger issues. Most
Oh
definitely.
yeah,
I'm
easily.
not gonna chastise about the real Rihanna thing. I don't say he didn't do nothing wrong. He beat the shit out of her.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna chastise him for that whatsoever.
There's
Somebody-
two
I would.
faults, but
Well,
either
I'll
way,
put it-
you got to own up to
I'll put it
you
this
being
way.
a
The
man
reason-
and you beat the crap out of a
The
woman.
reason why I would
Period.
chastise him is
Sorry.
because the same reason why we talked
Sorry.
about kneeling earlier in the NFL. Things like excessive force, they go for professionals and for personal life too. Like if somebody breaks into your home and you shoot them and they die, it's different than you putting a grenade in their mouth and then blowing them up. Like that's a little overkill. Like, and I think that just as
Float your boat.
Shouldn't have been in my house.
yeah, I know what you mean, but it's still like
Get your ass out.
that's kind of crazy. But
Calm
yeah.
down.
Real shit though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, there's still excessive force in personal life. Like, you can beat somebody to teach them a lesson, but you don't always beat people up to kill them.
Like I said, there's ways to restrain.
Yeah.
So what he would have just plucked
There's
on
ways to
the
restrain.
forehead real hard, like
Just
Oh, yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah,
Then she would have said he hit
Stop
her,
it.
and that would have been that. But she didn't have
But
a
what if she
big
would've went home?
nose blowing,
Listen.
eye closed. Like,
we don't know if
come
she went
on.
home and did
I'm about
that
to say,
shit to herself,
remember the
though.
society we live in, though.
He owned up to it.
He could have slapped on the arm, and
Right.
he still would be getting reprimanded for it at some point.
Straight up.
But
All
if
I'm
this
saying is-
now, if
It
this
wouldn't
was,
be like it
yeah,
is
it wouldn't be
now.
like
That
it
we're
is
still
now.
talking about this 10 years later.
All I'm
That's
saying is, if Rihanna hit that man and he did nothing, we wouldn't be talking about it to this day, would we?
Nah,
Solange-
most likely not.
Solange was hitting on
Unless you-
Jay-Z.
If he would have said something, maybe.
And it was a meme. That's
If
the
he would've
crazy
said
part.
something.
It
So-
was a meme. Imagine
Solange-
if Jay-Z
Solange
hit
didn't win a-
Solange. Oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, we had.
So you're still with him?
But let's not
Yeah.
forget.
Oh, I don't know. I don't believe it.
Let's not forget there was an elevator situation the year before that. But that was
Ray Rice.
yeah.
Let's talk about the Ray Rice situation because I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. Do you guys? Okay, this is how I see
He
it.
knocked her ass out, bro. That was
And it was
That
one
was the
time.
worst
That was
video I've
bad.
ever seen in my
Let's
life.
not even
He
talk
was
about
like
that.
dragging her out of the elevator.
That ain't even. See, no, that ain't how I saw it.
One piece.
He had it. Well, he just gonna leave on the elevator
I mean, you can pick her
and
up.
just let it
though.
go.
Yeah.
up?
You don't drag
He
it.
tried.
Like
You dragged her. You dragged your unconscious
I'm pretty
wife.
She
sure
wasn't
he
unconscious.
plays in the NFL.
She
He
wasn't
can carry
unconscious, but
her.
he's dragging her and her
She
arms
was just-
going and her foot's going.
I'm not gonna say what she was doing, but
No, she wasn't pretending to be knocked
Yeah.
out.
She was
Come
out.
on, bro.
She was
She was
out.
out.
past
Her-
the
y'all gonna make
her
people
head
hate me after
hit-
this episode. I
And
feel.
then
Her head
hit
was
the
like-
wall. Like
She was done.
fist hit the
He
head.
didn't hit her
like
with a
wall.
closed hand at all. I didn't see
It
that.
doesn't
What?
matter.
Yeah, it was.
What does
He-
it matter
but
if
he
it's
hit like
closed or
this.
not? If
Play
it
the
makes
footage.
you- if it
Play
makes
the
you-
tape. Play the tape.
full. If it makes you unconscious, it don't matter if it's closed or not.
Yeah.
All I can
Fist
tell you
head
niggas
to
is
the elevator wall. That's gonna knock
What
somebody
makes him
out.
super
just
guilty
crawl
is,
up
like,
in the
she didn't
fetal
even hit him
position
yet.
and let her beat your ass.
Had that camera not been there,
Yeah. Cause I say I don't remember her attacking
Man,
him at all.
Yeah,
I really
They were
don't. I
talking.
remember it being an
there's an
argument.
argument.
they were talking.
And
There was an
then,
argument.
like, he tried to back up while she was in his face.
I think she
And
tried
then
to hit
backed
him,
up
and he was
again,
like,
and
"Hey,
then
get
he
back." It would look like to me. He was like, "Hey, get back!" Boom in the face, and she was like,
He was preparing.
Even so, he
I don't know what
cried
video
about it.
you watched. That's
No,
what-
I don't know.
He was
what
gathering- he was
watching.
gathering
He
his-
was
I watched the one that all the
nice
Baltimore
edited
Ravens
version.
fan watched.
Oh, okay. Is that what it
That's the
was?
one I
The
saw.
nice edited version.
They like Steeler logos.
The one they dropped before they came back was like, "Oh yeah, we got to suspend you now forever, Ray Rice, because this footage became available."
I mean, they only did
That's
that
the one
That's
I
because
saw.
they tried to cover.
They only
it
did
up.
that because he had like 11 fumbles that year. So I like, swear to God, that really is why they went with it. Like, they let him play for so long, and then when he had that one messed up season because he had a lot of fumbles, they were just like, "You don't belong in the NFL anymore."
I think they was just getting too much flack. You got,
Even then,
too
like,
much.
There's a cover.
The kicker, Josh
They
Brown,
did. They
had
tried
a
to
full
cover it
blown
up.
diary of beating his wife, and the Giants were like,
With
"You
different
want to play
owners.
next game?"
Different
Yeah.
owners, so
I mean, not only that, but like the NFL just
The
truly
league.
doesn't. Yeah, Greg Hardy, another example.
but let you kneel.
Oh yeah,
Andre Rising. Oh, he was
Let
getting
you
beat up by his girlfriend.
yeah. I was about to say, wait a minute, he got beat up and his house got burnt down.
All their clothes and every motherfucking thing.
Yeah.
But my whole shit.
Moral of the story: R. Kelly, trash person. 19-minute song, didn't do anything to.
Fire.
I'm listening to R. Kelly tonight and not this song.
What? I'm flirt or
I
what?
admit, just
I'm listening to old R.
the only
Kelly.
thing he
Oh,
admitted
God.
is stuff that we already knew outside of
I
him
don't
being
think he didn't
not being
admit
able to read.
anything.
Yeah, except that he can't read.
I
He can't read
the
for
one-
real?
The first,
He's a
yes,
lizard.
Yeah,
He's
you
literally
can't
a
read.
Hey, wait a minute.
not even in a joke.
The
Like,
song is
like,
fire, bro. Go listen to it.
Not even in the joking, funny way.
Bruh.
If we get outside,
How did
the
you not
fact-
know this?
If we
Bruh.
get outside the fact that this man is dyslexic, he doesn't own the rights.
Is
to
he
his
dyslexic or
music.
is he illiterate?
No, he doesn't. both. He admits
He
to
can't
saying
be
both.
dyslexic if he can't read anyway.
He can read, but not that good. That's basically what you're saying. Like, I can read, but I can't read that good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He read like Floyd Mayweather.
No, probably worse.
Yeah, worse. Literally.
But basically, what he's saying is he doesn't own the rights to his own music because his managers were just screwing the man over.
Popcorn R.
I
Kelly.
can't believe you said Floyd
You're
Mayweather.
talking about
That's-
bodies of work. That's crazy.
I
Dude.
mean,
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
honestly, that's
That's
just
like 1950s stuff.
that's a small punishment
let
for
your mama
marrying a
read that shit,
15-year-old.
yeah.
That's a very small price to pay for marrying an underage girl. And also peeing on another one.
and moving
and
on.
recording it. And selling it.
I'm just talking about an artist.
I know.
Right?
I can't believe they can't read.
Oh,
back
we're
to
gonna
that.
we're gonna separate it now.
And moving
Why
on.
can't-
We're talking about his body of work. I'm talking about his literal. Like, he's not able to own his.
I
own
wanna talk
music
about
because
his
he can't
schoolwork.
read. Like, you can't read. That's sad. No, you're not talking about
This
this.
nigga got all yes.
But why can't
Look.
why does it that people can't
Oh, I got all A's. Look, mom.
No.
No, nigga. Failed.
Oh my gosh.
But
Man,
why
no, I
can't
hate
artists
That's
just
assuming he
like,
knows the alphabet, though. I mean,
why
you
can't we
say
hold
that he knows-
people to just a standard of being like somewhat decent people instead of having to separate the art from that person?
I'm
That's
not
true,
saying
man.
that he's decent or not decent. I'm,
Okay. I mean, like that's
I'm
the
gonna
reason
tell
why
you
his
why
body work
though.
belongs to
A lot
somebody
of
else.
artists are very
Bad
fucked
people
up
don't
people.
deserve good things.
I'm
Bye.
not even saying that he doesn't. I'm just saying
agree.
just the mindset of
Oh, yeah.
knowing one of the most famous people for his music.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I just want
Doesn't own
I
his
just
own-
want to say for the
That's
audience,
crazy.
real
Yeah.
quick, I Hate Monday does not encourage or support pedophilia
No,
or
sir.
hitting women.
It shouldn't even have to be said.
I'm just
Nah,
saying.
what's understood don't have to be explained.
This is
It
what I'm
does
saying.
nowadays.
And one
It
thing
does.
I want
I
to
know it shouldn't
just
be.
because this was a conversation that went all sorts of ways, I just want to make sure that that's specifically
That
clear.
is clear.
No, I have absolutely.
Yeah.
Another
If you
thing I want to
guilty,
make
you
clear
guilty.
to the
Yeah,
audience:
sorry.
I don't play. I quit school because of recess. Now,
Where'd that line come from?
came from me and a
Trademark
long line of
by
motherfuckers that don't play.
I Hate Monday trademark.
Straight up.
Yeah.
All right, you already know it's the number one segment on the I Hate Monday, most definitely.
Number one.
Number one segment.
R. Kelly. R. Kelly got a song called Number One. Go ahead.
Anyways, my first one gotta go this week is actually like not really a one gotta go. I just want to ask a genuine question. Do y'all put y'all gonna hate me?
Get it out.
Do y'all put the cereal first or the
Oh,
milk first?
mother.
I know some people that actually put the milk first.
I
That's
put
the
cereal and
crazy
then
shit
milk.
Cereal milk.
Definitely cereal first.
I eat my
How do you
cereal
measure how
down.
much milk you need?
So we finna hate you because you put milk first?
Look, okay,
Oh, bro.
you properly measure how much milk you want
No.
by putting the milk first. So you're like, oh, this is how much milk I'm putting in.
So I can only fit this much cereal
See,
in the milk.
That's assuming you're assuming that I measure it. I just put that shit in.
Exactly. I measure by.
And if I need more milk, I just add more milk.
But who adds more milk? You're supposed to
I
add more,
love milk.
but you add more cereal, don't you?
Use water, it won't hurt.
You don't add more
milk.
cereal. You never go for seconds.
You fly.
I go for seconds because I know that first bowl I put in a lot of milk.
I'm weird. I'm a sweet and savory person.
So
if
you
I
go
have
back
one bowl
and
of
so
cereal,
you
I'm
use
done.
old
Like, I
milk.
literally won't go
I
back.
use that same milk. Just
Same milk, put some more cereal.
Get some more cereal on that.
Nasty, man. You supposed to drink that milk, man.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that-
Then make a
I'm
new bowl,
exactly,
man.
That's what I'm just like,
No.
All right, we're done here. Okay, my first one has to go. This is today is National Chicken Day.
Is it?
Is it?
So
Okay, some chicken.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
it's-
wings, free wings.
yeah, I'm actually about to go place my order right now.
Okay.
I want mine.
One of them has to go. Cane's, Wingstop, Churches, or Popeyes.
One gotta go. Kane.
Okay, never mind. Then let me change that because Cane's
No.
is terrible.
Hell no, leave it on
Cane's
there.
is
It's
terrible.
gonna- it's gonna
Okay,
bite.
do you like Cane's?
You already on there now.
No, I'm gonna
You say
choose.
Cane's
I'm just gonna
what?
choose Cane's because I hate Cane's.
Cane's made me sick of
Okay,
shit
so
last
Cane's,
time I ate
Popeyes, Churches, and what was the other one?
wing style.
Oh, Wingstop.
Let me take Cane's out because Cane's is disgusting. I'll
It
say
ain't nasty.
It's
Yeah,
just flavorless.
Fresco got food poisoning from Cane's.
Hey, we don't want to talk about
I'll
that
say
on camera.
Zaxby's.
Never had it.
Zaxby's gotta go. I never had it. Never had
What's
Zaxby's.
that?
I'm
Hey,
glad
hey,
I'm not by
hey,
myself.
hey,
It's crazy
Okay.
that you don't stay too far from one.
It's one right up the street.
Okay, so just from the three, Wingstop, Churches, or Popeyes. Which
No, bro, we gotta keep all three of them.
Now one has to go.
No, you gotta. It's a hard decision.
Churches.
I'm gonna go with wings. I'm gonna go with
I'm
Wingstop
going Wingstop,
because I like
Wingstop.
I like Churches and Popeyes.
Church
Dude.
and Popeye go hard in the
Church's
paint.
good.
Wait,
cuz.
Wingstop has like number one, like
I ain't
top
trying to hear this
five.
shit.
I like
I
Wingstop,
hear
but I
Well,
love
Wingstop
Churches and
has crack
Popeyes.
fries.
Yep.
Man,
That's
fuck them
true.
fries, man.
Wait,
Church's chicken.
My thing is,
Churches.
a lot of times I like variety, so
I don't
that's the
like
reason why
this
Wingstop can't go, because I like the different
Yeah,
flavors
you
Listen.
they
do different
have.
stuff.
Had
And
he
they
not
ranch.
taken Cane's off the list, we
badass.
would have kept Wingstop.
Yeah,
But I'm not.
Cane's gotta go.
I'm not dropping Popeyes or Church's for no motherfucking
Okay.
Wingstop.
I would choose Popeyes.
But the
over
reason why I
Church's,
would, I'm about to say the reason why I would.
Wait, you would take Popeyes before you church?
Well,
Yeah,
hell no.
They have spicy.
I like the spice.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Like,
Church's got spicy chicken
Yeah, they do.
too.
It
since
don't
when the
taste
hell
the
did that
same.
happen?
They always
don't
had
taste
spicy
Yeah,
chicken.
you just
It's
get a
in the
mix.
seasoning.
And then they got peppers. And they
Yeah,
got corn.
peppers.
They do.
Church's, bruh. Church's chicken be this motherfucking big, bro.
Yeah,
Why do
but I'm a
chickens need to go
quality
to church?
over steroid person.
Sad.
Not really. I mean, it's not like it's super
Broke my
distant.
thumb.
It's just
Oh,
easy
so-
because that's one place I haven't gone to in a while. Like, if I have never had a desire to be like, man, I really need to go to churches. Like, of course it's gonna be the one to go. I've always on Tuesday, one first thing pop in my mind, I want to go to Popeyes.
Oh, you said.
I used to be like that till they started making my stomach hurt. So if I had to drop one of them chicken joints, like Church's or Popeyes, I'd drop Popeye away before I drop Church.
All of them made my
I like
stomach hurt.
Popeyes.
I drop all three. I need to drop all three.
Cook y'all.
Okay,
Yeah,
we just
exactly.
say Church's. What you got next, brother?
Okay, my second
Oh, there's
one.
more.
My second one.
But
is,
wait.
Well, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
wait, there's more.
I'm sorry. This is my last one. You have to get one feature from one of these people. These are, in my opinion, like one of the best features you can get. You can get a Rick Ross feature.
Oh, I thought we were talking about something else.
Oh, like
I'm,
body features?
Anyways,
I thought he was
Rick
going to look
Ross.
like Jay-Z's lips. Like, I'm sorry. I was so left.
Rick
I'm sorry.
Ross,
many
Andre
hands.
3000, Ty Dolla $ign, or 2 Chainz. One has to go.
One gotta go.
One has to go?
That's easy for me.
Hold on.
What?
Who they is again?
Ty Dolla $ign,
2
2 Chainz,
Andre
Rick Ross.
3000, or
Rick
Rick
Ross.
Ross.
Oh, Rick
Rick
Ross.
Ross gotta go.
Ross is gone.
Ross.
He gotta go.
Ross?
Yes,
Oh,
Ross
yeah.
is
Ross.
gone.
God.
Oh.
All right,
Ross-
so one,
Yeah.
Ty
I like
Dolla
Ross.
Ty Dolla $ign
Is
is a
that
feature
nigga.
guy.
Yeah,
that
Like,
you're right. And so is 2 Chainz,
2
unfortunately.
Chainz is that nigga.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then you can't get rid of
Honestly,
Rick
Andre
Ross.
3000.
I put it this like the reason
It'd be
why I choose
Ross.
Rick Ross is because he would out of all the people on the list, he would give me the least amount of excitement out of people, and he'd
Yes.
probably give me the least amount of fans.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's nothing against him
Yeah.
himself, but
This is like his hype too. It's
Yeah.
like it's not up there.
he's consistent.
Yeah.
But
he has good chill listen music. But
Yeah.
He ain't
I
really
think
speaking.
Rick
if
Ross
I'm
is
trying to get a
consistent, but I
feature
don't think he's
or a
amazing.
remix,
Not
it
gonna
ain't
go
gonna
with
be.
Rick Ross.
Yeah.
I'm
Andre
sorry.
3000 would shock the world. The like
Shit, yeah. Shock
most
value
of
on
the
that.
most of the hip hop.
You can say that album $50 an album.
Yeah, for real. They'd skip me every time just to hear his verse,
Right.
but
Yeah.
that still gives me play.
I used to do that to
True.
Little Wayne
Yeah.
features
Yeah.
all the time. I bet.
Yeah, Rick Ross gotta go. Much respect to the boss, but
Hey.
no.
Lil
He's
Wayne was
consistent.
actually a
He used to be that dude on everything.
he was the featured artist for the AVN Awards. So
What?
there we go for this year. So.
That's crazy.
He's the feature artist for what?
I mean, it makes sense though.
do you
'cause-
understand? You know what
yeah,
I'm talking
exactly.
about.
Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
definitely makes sense.
He performed for the AVN Awards. I
He's the AVN
wouldn't
award.
know about this because I didn't watch it, but from what I've heard from the grapevine,
Adult
Okay.
videos.
adult videos.
Oh, it makes
I never
sense.
knew
Yeah,
this was
that's what I'm
going
saying.
on.
It
That's
makes a
what I'm
whole
saying.
lot of fucking
But that's
sense.
all. Sadly, the reason.
So that's
the,
what
fuck
he's
you
been
know about
doing.
the fact that,
AVN?
that
6
the
years?
fact that that makes sense
What?
is kind of why I didn't care to listen to Lil Wayne too much. Because I was like, I really
Same.
don't want to hear about that all the time.
I could see that.
Yeah. I got like it wasn't that he's bad. I just got bored with it.
You
I was
know,
like, if I hear
nah.
him say something about eating a woman out again, I'm done. And I heard it on I
Yeah.
forgot what I think it was Carter 4 or something like that. And I was like, yeah, I'm done.
You are
Yeah.
what you eat, man.
One of the I'm not sure if it was 97.5 or 104.5, but it was during the time when that I wish I could fuck every girl in the world song came
Oh
out.
yeah.
And like
You
he
didn't
got
even
another
do
girl
the
pregnant,
editing
and the girl in that was about to introduce the song, she was like, "Damn, bro! Like, yes, I know you wish you could fuck every girl in the world, but shit, it doesn't mean you have to.
Exactly.
Like, damn, keep it in the pants." And then
Still
she
the-
plays it.
Still one
I
of the
thought it
worst.
was like the best.
Tell that to Will Chamberlain.
Best lead
Still
into-
one, yes, we'll take it for real. Still one of the worst punchlines on God Green's Earth, isn't? No, that's Bedrock. Never mind.
Yeah.
Bedrock has the world's worst punchline ever.
But I love Bed Rock.
I did too. The remix.
But I got it,
Oh.
nigga. Grocery bag. It's like
No.
Yeah,
throw the song away.
Yeah,
After I heard that, I was
right
like,
there.
throw this
Yeah.
whole
That
verse
was
away.
Let that whole
That
nigga
was
off the
crazy.
song.
Wait, it's
Ow.
worse than the duct tape line from Nicki?
Kind of worse.
That was
than
on, was that on the same song?
Nah,
No.
that was
No.
Oh, okay, no. I was just
No.
saying that's
No.
one that was The duct tape, boy, that
song
was
was that?
that was trash.
That duct tape shit was
That
terrible.
was I never fucked Wayne, I never fucked Drake.
Yeah, her lies.
Yeah.
I was like, you don't open up a song lying to me. I know
I ain't
this is an
lying.
art interpretation, but you don't have to open up lying to me.
Exactly. You ain't got a lot of Kiki.
No, not at all.
What if she didn't know?
What did she
I mean,
do?
it doesn't make her any better of an artist.
Yeah,
so
it doesn't. Yeah,
She might have well, huh?
but she probably did.
But she probably did.
I don't
Well-
think she that bad.
You
The
should
fact that
mean,
you're
she's
saying
not
she
that
don't
bad,
think
but
she's
yeah.
that bad implies that she means
Compared
that
to
she's
what
bad.
though? Because there's a lot of really
Before we got
bad
to talk about what
rappers
the tweet-
We
right
forgot
now.
about Nicki Minaj's Twitter situation. The thingy with
Reggie
the.
talked about that last week.
I know, but I still wanted to get my piece.
Well,
I
go
wasn't
ahead and
here,
say
dang
your
it.
piece since you wasn't here, brother, about Nicki Minaj.
Say
The girl
your
was right.
piece.
That was basically it.
She was right.
The girl that made the statement was right. She was absolutely right. Like it. My thing is, if you have a hot take on something, if you get that flustered from one person having a take on your music, and then you literally have nothing to back it up, like she was like, "Have you listened to the Pink Print? Have you listened to these 3 songs?" And like 2 of them literally had nothing to do with anything. And then she talked about pills and potion. It was like, cool. So you on drugs? Like
Straight
that
up.
still doesn't mean that you had content about anything else in your music.
Yeah, she trash, bro. She washed.
Yeah, I was just mad that I missed out on that because I was like, man, like literally when I heard it, I was like,
You wish you were here.
yeah, of course.
I feel you.
That's why I wasn't gonna miss it.
Did you
today.
wish you was here for what?
No, because I was out on the lake.
Damn, cuz.
I mean,
She just partying up.
trust
Bro.
me, I love going to Houston to see my woman, but still, I wish it like I still could have made it here too.
Tell you what, next time we'll fly to Houston to your woman's house and we'll shoot our
Fly?
house right there.
4-hour drive, just driving.
Bro,
It
you don't
is a
want to.
drive, bro.
I mean, it is a drive, but I
It's like
still,
right there.
I wish I could fly.
I ain't never been
I was
on
only an hour and a half away.
Well,
late,
all right then.
drinking Coronas and shit.
We still.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
That's
go
right.
ahead,
No,
sorry.
bro, you got it.
Okay. Like, subscribe. Click
Hit
on
the
the link.
notification bell.
Yes.
Our social
Like
media's
this
ought to be on
video,
there.
share it. Look at the other previous videos. Look at last season. We're
Flame
on
us in the
SoundCloud.
comments.
We're on
We
YouTube.
on everything.
Yes.
Just looking ass.
Everything I would.
If you like what we talked about, comment. If you don't, comment. Just
Send suggestions of comments or topics.
send
we
your
should
questions
talk about.
in.
Yeah,
Yes.
hit up that Q&A, man. That Q&A was
Yes,
dope when we
Q&A.
did it. iHateMonday.QANDA@gmail.com. Also, artists submit your songs to iHateMonday.submissions@gmail.com so we can play your song. We play a song at the end of the show every week. If you ain't noticed it by now, you sleep. Go ahead and submit your songs. This week, we got 2020 again with Vibes. Check him out.
How the fuck can you hate? Cause I'm up and then I come through flexing. Got me riding with my Nina on the seat. Longest stitches, not weed, but I got it for the extras. All my real bros posted up with me, man. I swear that we strapping, we don't fuck with them extras. I got all my real bitches down the ride and they strapped. They don't give a fuck about who the rest is. Cause they know who the best is. Had to really get it out the mud, and you know that. Smoking off the pound backwoods, baby, roll that. I used to dream about it, now a nigga really show that. My past made me who I am, I wear it like a throwback. I've been chasing this dream for so damn long. No help, man, had to do it on my own. I looked in the mirror at myself and said it's on. I looked in the mirror at myself and said it's on. This is my time. I'm giving you vibes. This is my time. This is my time. I'm giving you vibes. This is my time. This is my time. This is my time. I'm giving you vibes. This is my time. This is my time. I'm giving you vibes. How the fuck can you hate? Cause I'm up and then I come through flexing. Got me riding with my Nina on the seat. Longest stitches, not weed, but I got it for the extras. All my real bros posted up with me, man. I swear that we strapping, we don't fuck with them extras. I got all my real bitches down the ride and they strapped. They don't give a fuck about who the rest is. Cause they know who the best is. Had to really get it out the mud, and you know that. Smoking off the pound backwoods, baby, roll that. I used to dream about it, now a nigga really show that. My past made me who I am, I wear it like a throwback. I've been chasing